Hello everyone, myself Farvahita, Assistant Professor of CSE Department from Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. I am here to discuss a few topics of the subject CS 8592 Object Oriented Analysis and Design. Here we are going to discuss about the topic UML deployment and component diagrams. Objective is to understand the concepts of UML deployment and component diagram. First, let us know what is deployment diagram. A deployment diagram shows the assignment of concrete software artifacts, which may be executable files, to computational nodes, which may be processing services. It shows the deployment of software elements to the physical architecture and the communication, which may be usually on a network between the physical elements. There are two nodes of deployment diagram, that is device node and execution environment node. First, let us see what is device node. This is a physical computing resource representing a computer with memory or a mobile. Okay, that is a physical node, which may be a computer or a mobile. Execution environment node is a software computing resource that runs within the outer node, maybe a computer, and which itself provides a service to host and execute other executable software elements. For example, an operating system, which is a software that hosts and executes the program, a virtual machine such as Java or .NET virtual machine, which hosts and executes the program, a database engine receives the SQL program requests and executes them, and hosts or executes the internal software stored procedures, which may be written in Java or proprietary language. A web browser hosts and executes the JavaScript, Java applets, Flash and other executable technologies. A workflow engine, a servlet container or EJB container. Now, let us see about the symbol and notation of deployment diagram. The deployment diagram consists of the following notations: a component, an artifact, an interface and a node. These are the diagram which explains or shows the component, interface, node and artifact. Let us see an example for the deployment diagram. In the following diagram, there are two servers, namely Dell PowerEdge 3600 with Red Hat Linux OS, Tomcat 6, Apache 2.1 or software computing resources in Tomcat Server Web Store. The WAR file is loaded, and in the other server Dell PowerEdge 3400 with Red Hat Linux OS, database PostgreSQL 10 or the software computing resources. There are two client nodes connected to the server via HTTP and SOAP or HTTP protocol. In first client, exe file is shown as artifact. In the other client, web-based application is enabled by the browser. So, this is a diagram which shows the components. So, consider this, we have two servers. The first server is Dell PowerEdge 3600 and the other is Dell PowerEdge 3400, and the OS inside has certain specifications given and they are associated with SOAP HTTP protocols. Now, let us see what is component diagrams. A component represents a modular part of the system that encapsulates its contents and whose manifestation is replaceable within its environment. A component defines its behavior in terms of provided and required interfaces. A component serves as a type whose conformance is defined by these provided and required interfaces. Now, let us see about features of UML component. It has interfaces. It is modular, self-contained and replaceable. The second point implies that a component tends to have little or no dependency on other external elements. It is relatively standalone module. So, we call that as a component diagram. So, this is the elements which show the component diagram. So, first we have a component, a node,